Within about 24 hours, we noticed that something wasn't quite right with them. When I first brought Walter and Buddy home, they came with their mom, Sheba. After we brought the kittens home, they looked like 4-week-old kittens, but they had a little bit more teeth. They just weren't our typical 4-week-olds. We knew something was off. We contacted Cat's vet.
Walter and Buddy were part of a litter in foster, and the foster parent noticed that they weren't growing and maturing at the rate that the other kittens in the litter were. Developmentally, they were way behind their litter mates. And so we took a look at them. They started having some issues of being not only small, but not able to get around as well as their litter mates, just not growing at the same rate. And then they became constipated. So this all goes together in pieces of us coming up with the diagnosis of possibly being hypothyroid or a low thyroid condition.
My experience while Walter and Buddy were being diagnosed was that we were just really scared that they weren't going to make it.
I follow Laura on Instagram, and I was fascinated with the story of Buddy and Walter and all of the efforts that she made to help them when they were younger and get them healthy again. I was watching them as they developed, and I realized that they had special needs. And not everyone is willing to take on a cat that has to have medication twice a day for the rest of its life. And there are a lot of unknowns with hypothyroidism. And I've had experience with cats that have special needs, and I was willing to take it on. It wasn't a hindrance to me, but I could see how it would cause someone else to be more cautious about adopting them. And so I wanted to make sure they had a good home where they can get spoiled. It's been a long time since I've had kittens. It's been at least 20 years. Most of the cats that I've adopted in the past have been seniors, so bringing them home was exciting. With COVID and the pandemic and being shut down at home, and they've certainly brightened up the day. It gives me something to look forward to, feeding them, playing with them, hanging out with them. They're just so adorable. It was one of the best things I've done for myself in a very long time.
When Walter and Buddy started to improve, we were so ecstatic. They were just the cutest. They were so chubby and little, like Furbies or gremlins. It's just hard to explain how happy it made us that they were doing better, and that medicine just turned them around. It was like a miracle.
It's amazing that all it took was making the right diagnosis, getting them on the right medication, and working through those couple of weeks of pretty tough period, but amazing to see that they're thriving and they're gaining and they're just like normal cats anymore.
If it wasn't for foster mom Laura and Cat, I wouldn't have Walter and Buddy. Cat gave them the chance and gave me the chance to adopt them.
The support of Cat and the foster team was just crucial for getting Buddy and Walter healthy again. Everybody worked together. They had a plan in place. They took us through it step by step. I was in constant contact with the doctor. Without Cat adoption team, they probably wouldn't have made it. And they're thriving now because of them.